In the CGT course, what we're really aiming to do is to combine solid computer science education with a really practical and useful education on game technology, specifically on game technology. And I think it's important to bring the two together. Video games, generally speaking, our computers have more processing power these days than we really need. You can do pretty much anything on your mobile phone. The laptop that you have today would be equivalent to a supercomputer from the 90s, easily. For what people do most of the time, browsing, watching videos, doing social media, editing spreadsheets, we have more than enough processing power. And you notice that as a developer, very generally speaking again, there are always exceptions, but if you develop apps these days, the focus is not so much on computational efficiency, it's really on speed of development. And that's true for games as well, except that video games are still one of the areas where performance really matters. If you manage to squeeze out more triangles per second, then it still matters. Hence, in computer game technology, performance also still really matters. And having a good technical understanding of the underlying machines and how the different components play together also really matters. And we try to, and we implement that in the computer game technology course. We start with computer architecture, really not only learn what bits and bytes are, which I hope we already understand, but also how the machine works internally. And we translate that when we learn C++ and game programming, and that should then lead to what I would call the pinnacle modules when you talk about computer graphics. How are 3D graphics created using or generated in a computer using frameworks such as DirectX or OpenGL or Vulkan. And that goes back all the way down to the bottom of the stack. How does a computer really work?